What is up, Hash Nation? Do you want to protect your home Wi-Fi network from snooping internet service providers, hackers, and weird sketchy people who want to track you? Well, I've got you covered. I have an amazing device that I want to share with you today because internet privacy is super important. Let's hash it out. I'm sure most of you have experienced that moment of terror when you looked up Nike gym shorts in the morning before you left for work. Then you come home or you get to the office and all over the place on ESPN.com, in your email, everywhere there are ads for Nike gym shorts, Nike soccer cleats. And you're wondering to yourself, who is spying on me and what are these robot ads doing to me? Well, the reality is you are tracked, traced, and cookies are loaded to your browser on every single website that you go to, and they go so far as to track exactly where you live to give you local ads because, heck, your IP address on your computer tells people where you live. So, what can you do about this? How can you fix this problem? Well, a lot of people go and they get VPNs, which stands for Virtual Private Network, which basically allows you to send your internet traffic through another server so that it looks like to these robot trackers and to someone trying to trace you that you're actually in Georgia on an IP address that's different than the one within your home. And this is a fine solution for privacy purposes, but many VPNs are not as secure as they claim to be, and most VPNs, at least the ones that I've used, are not fast enough. They throttle your traffic. It takes extra time. It's a pain to set up. And heck, it even costs a lot of money over time to pay for a VPN. So, what can you do about that problem? Well, there is a special device that I have just gotten my hands on a couple weeks ago called Syfer. And Syfer is an all-in-one piece of hardware that allows you to get VPN, private internet browsing, security from phishing sites and malware, and as a parent, it even gives you access to parental controls to control and protect your kids from all the scary stuff that there is on the internet, which we all realize there's a lot of scary stuff on the internet. The best thing about Syfer is that it is plug and play. It is literally as easy as plugging one Ethernet cable into your modem and one into Syfer. Then on the other side of the device, plugging that into your router, and then plugging it into a power source, and you're done. It's literally that simple. I set this up in literally 30 seconds with one hand whilst filming with this monster camera that I film these videos on, and it was super easy. There's also a mobile app that is your essentially companion to help you customize what protections you want. If you want privacy in your web browsing, if you want the VPN to be running, or you want your parental controls off, you can set all that stuff up in the app. Now, I'm not being paid for this review of Syfer. I actually spoke to the founders of Syfer and they were kind enough to send me a review unit, so this product is in beta. So the one that I have is kind of a rough prototype of the actual model that's going to be shipping out to people in early 2019. But that said, every single feature that I tried to use on this Syfer beta model has worked flawlessly, and I've been extremely excited just to be able to use it. By the way, if you're like me and you have a router upstairs but you don't have an Ethernet port to connect it to in your office or in your bedroom or whatever, then you can use these awesome devices by NetGear. They're called Powerline. I use these things all the time when I'm at work, especially to get a nice, strong Ethernet signal to an external router, even when there isn't one wired into the house. What it does is it uses the copper wire in your house that runs your electricity to your outlets to feed internet signal through your walls and into these devices. You get a pair of these devices that connect to each other. Now I have a super speedy Ethernet connection in my room, in my office. It's great. I'll link it up below if you want to pick up a pair of these devices. Best money I've spent in my new house by far. You may be wondering, why would I choose Syfer, a piece of hardware that I have to buy and I have to set it up physically, and I could just go online and get a VPN online. There are tons of them. Well, there are a few gotchas when it comes to using VPNs, and the first one of those is speed, by far. I've used VPNs for a long time, whether for work or just for privacy when I'm browsing, And I will tell you, they are not that fast. I've had a lot of times where I've been on gigabit Ethernet, like plugged in to the modem, and it's still slow. And that's because the VPN kind of is the bottleneck for your internet connection. Now, Syfer has done a lot of work in the development phase to make sure that this VPN service that they're providing does not throttle your connection very much, if at all. It's rated at 350 megabits per second, and most people don't even really get those speeds from their internet service provider anyway, so you should be good with 350 meg. There are a lot of different providers of VPNs that say you're gonna get gigabit speeds. I've yet to find one that actually gets gigabit speed. If you have, let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to check them out and share it with the rest of the folks on this channel. Now, the second gotcha is that using a VPN, trying to watch streaming sites like Netflix or Hulu, you're gonna hit a brick wall. And a lot of people have used VPNs to get around content that's restricted geographically based on licensing rights. And so that's why way back in the day when you wanted to go watch Canadian Netflix, you just get a Canadian VPN, you could hop on there and watch SpongeBob, trust me, because a lot of people did that. And of course, Netflix and Hulu got wise to this whole thing, and they basically said, well, if you use a VPN, we're gonna figure it out and we're just gonna block you. So that means if you're using a VPN, no Netflix. Syfer has built a technology that they call Tunnel Shaper. And what this does is it basically routes any traffic on their devices around their VPN tunnels, and it basically allows you to watch Netflix or Hulu or any other streaming service without any interruptions. And I'll show you on the screen here, but I've tested this several times with Syfer plugged in. I've gone to Netflix to watch Arrested Development, whatever else, and it's worked like a charm, but I am still indeed protected on every other website. No ads show up on ESPN.com, no ads show up on CNN.com, and these websites are normally littered with ads, like blasted with ads. And it's actually kind of weird. It actually seems wrong when you go on these websites and there aren't any ads. There's like all this empty space. But that's what Syfer does. It protects you from these ads, it protects you from the tracking, and I'm super excited about this product, I'll tell you that. Most households have dozens of internet devices, and a lot of them are smart TVs that watch Netflix, and it would be just a huge pain to have to choose between privacy and security and watching Netflix, because we all know which one of those things is gonna win out most of the time. For the average person, that's Netflix. So with Syfer, you can get high speed, watching Netflix, watching Hulu, without having to give up your security and privacy that you deserve. And that's the beauty of Syfer and its Tunnel Shaper capabilities. And guys, I wanted to put the privacy and anti-phishing, anti-malware capabilities to the test with Syfer. So over the past couple weeks, I've been doing a little test where I've been jumping on the computer and going to ipinfo.io and checking out my IP address information. And lo and behold, it shows me in a different geographic location than I actually am in. I'm in Virginia, but this is showing me in Georgia. And that's great because it's masking my IP address, it's masking where I'm from, it's masking all the traffic that's going out of my home, and that gives you the privacy that you really want when you're browsing the internet. And furthermore, like I said before in this video, on CNN.com, ESPN.com, YouTube, etc., it's blocking the ads that are normally shown all over the place on these websites. And so it's just less intrusive, and it's almost freeing and weird to see these websites without ads because we're so used to them being in our faces all the time. Finally, if you're a parent that wants to protect your kids from the things we talked about before, the scary stuff on the internet, and heck, just even them being tracked on the web, because I wouldn't want my kids to be tracked. I don't even have kids yet. I wouldn't want my kids to be tracked on the web. If you want to do that, you can very easily set up parental controls in your Syfer app. I've gotten the chance to test them, even though they're in the beta phase. Very quality stuff. It's not gonna let you get on any sketchy websites, and it's gonna protect you from those things. But beyond that, it's gonna protect you from phishing websites where you could potentially punch in your personal information, so your kid's cell phone number and name and picture are not gonna be floating around in the dark web somewhere because they punched it into a phishing site. If you were to type in a popular phishing site URL and try and go there, it's gonna show you the Syfer owl, I think it's an owl, and it's gonna show you that face there saying, hey, don't go to this website. it's super sketchy. Fantastic feature, both for elderly people who get targeted by these scams all the time through phishing, and kids who may not know the difference, or heck, even if you don't want to spend the time to really look at the emails you're receiving and you click links by accident sometimes, it's good to have that extra safety net to protect you from your information being stolen. Now guys, I'm a huge fan of Syfer. I did not get paid for this review. I did get a chance to use this product in pre-production, and I'm super thankful to the team at Syfer for allowing me to do so, but I'm just very passionate about privacy. I'm passionate about security, keeping you safe, keeping your family safe, and also just giving everyone the ability to access the internet in a free, secure, and private manner, because that's what it's all about. Guys, if you want to pick up a Syfer of your own, you can go onto their Indiegogo campaign. It's going to be running for a very short time. Their Indiegogo campaign is fully funded. It's actually blasted through its funding goal. And if you want to pick something up at the Syfer website, you can head over to their Indiegogo link. I'll link it down below, and you can pick up a Syfer device for $99, and that includes 1 year of their tunnel shaper and their VPN and all the premium services for free. And then after that, it is $9.99 per month. But you can also get a fully loaded package, which is what I bought. I actually bought 2 of them, and I'm gonna be giving 1 away to you. So if you wanna watch out for that giveaway, you can absolutely hit that subscribe button, and you will find out when I post the giveaway video. Stay tuned for that. If you want to pick up that $249 fully loaded edition, which is a Syfer device and a lifetime of VPN services, hardware upgrades, so if they change the hardware, you're going to get that for free. And any upgrades to their service, you can do that as well. Guys, I can't recommend Syfer enough. I've really enjoyed using this product, and I almost forgot that it was there. I forgot that I was using a VPN. I forgot that I was using a privacy piece of hardware. And guys, like I said before in a bunch of my other videos, if you really care about privacy, pick yourself up Brave Browser. It's a fantastic place to start. If you've got Brave Browser running and Syfer, you're really well on your way to really secure private browsing and just protecting yourself from the scams that there are all over the web in terms of advertising, marketing, and phishing and stuff like that. So guys, I must tell you, pick up Syfer. It's gonna be well worth the money because it's gonna protect you and your kids and your family for years to come. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to watch some of my other videos about Brave Browser, about tokens, Token Talk Tuesday videos. They're awesome, and I'm so appreciative that you guys are here. Thanks guys, cheers.